Everybody, I hope everybody's having a great summer. I just wanted to send this last video of the year. Number one, I hope everybody enjoyed taking the summer class. I know it was a lot of work, and plus you've had vacations, family, work, other classes. So I really appreciate everybody. If everybody could, well, actually, you know what? Let me first because she's anxiously waiting. Eva, come over here. Come on over. All right, so over here. All right, so this is Eva. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Okay, so everybody they have a question. So what is your question that you want to ask the class?
My favorite princess.
Okay, so what's their favorite princess?
What's your favorite princess?
Okay, you want to tell them what your favorite princesses are?
Mine is Jasmine and Rapunzel and Elsa.
Yes, and it's normally more. So you want to tell everybody where'd you go today? What camp?
Um,
Want me to help? Princess Dance Camp.
Princess Dance.
Yeah. All right. So they're gonna get back to me and say what their favorite princess is. All right. All right. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
And what show are you going upstairs to watch now while Daddy finishes this up?
Sophia.
Sophia the First. And how many times have you watched that? A million trillion.
No, 99.
99. All right. Give me a guess. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go. Go. Do your thing. Go. All right. She's upstairs. All right. Both kids have been on this video at least once. Since Morgan was on the one video, Eva was like, when am I going to go on? So, all right. Thank you, everybody. All right. So a few things that, along with that email, could you guys send me also feedback on how this class was? This is the first time I taught an online class. I really wanted you guys to get the skills of applying the CBT. I think that's going to be the one thing I wanted people to remember when they're finished an entire class. It's like, okay, great. I know the information, hopefully, but how does it work with clients? How does it work with patients? What are the limitations of it? So I was really pleased with everybody's videos throughout the semester. The other thing is, if you didn't score as well as you would have liked on your paper, please take. I put a lot of effort into giving you as much feedback as possible, for you won't be like repeating mistakes. The other thing too is, even when this class is over, throughout the semester, even if I don't see you again in any of my classes, even if you graduate, use me as a resource. If you guys need any support, any help, anything that I can do to help you in your career, please let me know. I just want to make myself very much available for everybody and help them get to the places they want to get to. Especially when it comes down to writing. You're going to write when you're done, when you graduate, whether you just have your LPC, and maybe some of you are thinking doctorate program. If you're thinking doctorate program and you were discouraged by the paper, I just shared this with somebody else. I talk about this in all my classes. Like my writing skills were really poor, really, really poor when I entered the doctorate program. And I took the feedback as well as you can take it. Maybe I cried a little bit, but I didn't let it discourage me. I wanted to do everything in my power to be the best writer. I knew it needed work. And I did. I took a class. I was tutored. My wife proofread everything left and right. I looked for other students to proofread my stuff. And just to let you know, my writing excelled in the doctorate program. But with my professional writing now, I still have somebody proofread it. I still have somebody check. I make tons of errors, and I have to correct it. And I try not to make those errors again. That's just part of like being in the field and being like really open. But you want to put in the best work that possible, so you want someone to check it over. You'll be so surprised when you write a paper, you reach out for help, and you have someone proofread it, and you consistently work on it, and you proof it, and you kind of like look at the words and try to make it the sentences, and instead of like a rambling sentence, you're trying to make it as clear, concise. You're not waiting to the last minute. The consequences of that will be positive. The other thing again, please, along with what's your favorite princess? Sorry. Just give me feedback about how I can make this class better. Because I really want this to be like a staple. I really believe in CBT. Again, it depends what your theoretical orientation. I'm sorry. It depends what your therapeutic relationship. You got to be real, genuine. You got to they have to trust you. You have to be down to earth. You got to. There's a lot of things that go into it, but like CBT is evidence based and it works. But please send me your feedback. Send me your emails. A couple questions people had that I wanted to get into. CBT culturally works a lot in different factions. There's studies show that CBT kind of works with religious institutions, Muslim, Jewish, Catholic. So regarding and it really works depending on your cognitive functioning on any level. I think it can be adapted. Like I said, I don't use the DTR as much as I use the challenging the cognitive errors with the RAP or the PAR, whatever you want to say it. But it builds up, and once people can start to recognize those cognitive errors without having to write it down, which they're going to have to in the beginning, they have to get used to it. I mean, they have to learn it. You're going to see some. They're going to stop themselves. They're going to be able to challenge it right in that moment. They're going to feel a little differently, and they may act. Maybe they might not go back toward that maladaptive behavior. Maybe they'll move towards something that is adaptive and functional. So, and the other thing, I don't give out. Please don't be that CBT therapist that every session it's worksheets. You don't. You got to pick and choose. You got to balance it with the other activities. You might have some sessions that it's just you guys just talking, and maybe you're challenging it in the moment. Maybe you break out the cognitive error, but it can be really draining for the client to get a CBT worksheet every time. I don't do that. I use it when I feel it's needed, but I don't give it out every session. That was another question somebody had. I thought it was a great question too. And the other thing is, if anybody else has any questions about CBT moving forward, it's an online class. We couldn't really do much. Look at the PowerPoints that were provided. There's a lot of information on there. What I think really stays with everybody, I know I found it like in the doctorate program, the professors I liked the most were the ones that made it an experience. And I kind of remembered it. I kind of remembered what that professor said and what his knowledge and his skills that he provided and how he demonstrated it with us through role plays. And then I brought that into my counseling because when I was in the doctorate program, I was working full time. It was a lot of fun. And my daughter was 2 weeks old when we started. Yeah, that's fun stuff. But again, if you have any questions, and that's about it. One other thing. If you move on to take an online class or a blended class, if the professor puts a discussion up there, I get it. Like I totally understand. Yeah, I might just be repeating what somebody says, or I just might be like, "Oh, thank you, Dr. Mack," again and again and again and again. You have to do it. You have to actually let that professor understand that you're paying attention to it, even if it's. I mean, honestly, ethically, I hope everybody's reviewing the videos in its full and not just be like, "All right, oh, he posted. Thanks for the video, Dr. Mack," because I'm hoping it's beneficial. But you have to let them know. And I just think if you guys were teaching a class and you providing a video or anything a paper to your students, if nobody replies or if only 5 people reply, you still don't. Other people might be looking at it. It might be very valuable, but we don't know. So how are you going to know if people are actually following through and actually looking at the video? So please do me a favor for future classes. Just reply. As corny as it's going to be, it's going "Oh, thank you, professor. Oh, this is amazing." They have to know that you're reviewing the information, because if you don't respond to it, then they just don't know, and they have to just assume that everybody is reviewing the information and the PowerPoints and the videos and stuff like that. Other than that, I really appreciate everybody in the class. You guys, even though this was an online class, you know, I loved watching your videos. I thought everybody did a wonderful job in all the videos. And I know this is probably the first time that maybe some of you have done those video skills. We had to do a lot in the doctorate program. That's what kind of gave me the idea to do it in here for this class. But that's about it. So I hope everybody has a great rest of the summer. After your assignment video 4, I'll put up the participation grades, you know, and that's it. So thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to hearing what your favorite princesses are. Mine are basically whatever my daughter's like at the time, which kind of changes every other week. So, but I have to tell you, if I hear Let It Go, which I've been hearing at Princess Camp when I'm there with her, that needs to go. I need to let that go. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great summer. All right. Bye.